Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, legit boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife.
Marie.
And you are going in Smackdown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw. It's the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steven Larson, available wherever fine podcasts are, including the wonderful CastBox app. We have a partnership with them. Be sure to download the CastBox app for free to your iOS or Android device, and then hit subscribe to Going In Raw. Of course, if you're on the YouTube, man, Brian Zane just tweeted out he got 4,700 new subscribers in July.
That's awesome.
Man, let's get some of that action. How much do we have to pay? How much can we pay Brian Zane for some of his subs?
Well, that sounds like a conversation between
Us and Brian Zane?
Us and Brian Zane. Not, yeah.
We rolled by the pub to get our business credit card back today, so maybe we can use that.
Yeah, there you go.
Congrats to Brian Zane.
Yes,
He's
congratulations.
Love that guy. And then we're also available, of course, on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Our first 2 days of post-show yay or nay. Available on Mondays to $1 and up per month patrons, and every Monday through Friday to $5 and up a month patrons.
Correct.
Yesterday was Tuesday. J.S. Wooten, the good friendo there on the Patreon, dubbed it Lex Tuesdays.
Yeah.
So now we're going to watch.
Is today going to be Lava Wednesday?
Yeah, well, I don't know, or Disaster Wednesday. It's like lava videos or snake videos. We just sort of do reaction videos for like half the time. Like the first day we did it on like old-timey wrestling.
But today is also chat trivia.
Yeah, so we got chat trivia also. We might do that during lava time.
It could be.
I don't know.
A nice, serene kind of background.
It's all a big mess. I do appreciate, though, that a lot of chat today here in the live, and now we're doing these live Monday through Friday for everybody. They're all getting high in there. One guy was even talking about like having his head in a big mound of cocaine.
Oh my!
Let's tranquilo a little bit on that.
Yeah, man.
Like weed is one thing, it mellows it. Cocaine, woo. Len Bias, anyone? You guys got to be careful with that stuff.
Yeah.
Why are you now on the phone guy all the time?
Because I'm trying to.
And it's all sneaker notifications.
Yeah, it is, because that's my side thing now, man. I got to be on top of it. I told you what happened yesterday.
Yeah, you lost out on the Prestos.
Yeah, because guess what I was doing? Making my lunch for the day. I was over there stirring my pot of pasta. I heard my phone vibrate. It was charging on the counter. Matter of like 90 seconds. Lost out.
Yeah.
So I got to keep it on me at all times.
Okay, but this is the show we talk about wrestling.
I understand.
Right? So maybe not do that.
I'll look. Nothing of interest. Put it down.
You don't do that, though. You turn it on, you flip a thing.
It's because I'm getting rid of these
notifications. You stare at it. And then I have to do play-by-play. I'm the guy who sits here and cuts really bad jokes. You're supposed to be the play-by-play guy.
No, I still do my job. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
We're also available on the Pro Wrestling Tees at prowrestlingtees.com/going-in-raw.
You wanted me to take on another endeavor. I'm doing that. This is a side effect of said endeavor.
At first, I was very excited about it because, even
be
going back 2 years, you never would have done anything solo. I'm very excited about this.
All right, good.
I'm so happy.
What else is there to talk about?
But if it's gonna become an issue,
it's not an issue.
Kind of everything does with you.
It's not an issue
because of your.
I have an obsessive personality. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna call it an excessive personality.
No, obsessive.
The excessive issues with your personality.
Well, I was, in my past, years ago, I was diagnosed OCD.
Yeah,
that's truthful. I have an obsessive personality.
Right.
I know that.
Oh dear. I know, but it's getting in the way of me making money here on the show, I feel.
No, it's not.
No?
No.
Okay.
I think whatever money we're making or not making has nothing to do with me looking at my phone every now and again.
Okay. Anyways, can I talk about Pro Wrestling Tees?
Yeah.
I'm going to get some new designs up there today. You're leaving early today.
Yeah.
I kind of swerved you a little bit.
You did, because Friday was my leave early day because I have to get a new garbage disposal installed.
Garbage.
I don't know how to do that.
Garbage.
And then I changed it today because you had to deal with the air conditioning business. But then you came in this morning and said,
they swerved me.
Thursday's air conditioning business. But I still have to leave early day because I don't want to change my appointment twice in less than 24 hours.
You'd look like an asshole.
I really would. Really would.
Yeah. Pro Wrestling Tees are going to get some new designs up. Our July revenue's in. That's going to go straight to the GoFundMe for the Virgil Flynn's family.
Yes.
And then August, this month, we're going to get some new designs up, and hopefully within the next couple days. And I got to do that. I got to do something for stupid Adam Mayhem.
Wait, what?
I got to do something for him.
For Adam Mayhem, yeah.
Yeah.
What else did you say there?
Stupid Adam Mayhem. Yeah. Garbage. Speaking of garbage disposals, Adam Mayhem.
He's your H champion, man.
Oh, that was huge news yesterday, though, man. Can we talk about this really
Oh,
quick?
yes. Please. There you go. Man, that's exciting. I can't wait. I really can't wait.
Can I just say, I did
We
a
get to
pretty
spend
good job.
You did a good job. We get to spend a whole day hanging out with Adam Mayhem.
I did a pretty good job.
At our booth.
No, Leva Bates has to deal with him for a bit.
Oh, that's right.
Because Leva Bates, I think she's going to be hanging out at our booth for a little bit, too.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's awesome, too. I got to mock up a little StarCast thing. I probably should have just contacted StarCast, said, hey, can I get your little template thing so that we can advertise our people that are going to be at our
maybe.
booth? Both people that swerve me, Adam Mayhem and Leva Bates. They
Seems
both
like a lot of
swerve
people
me.
are swerving you these days.
I know, man. What's up with I'm just a nice guy trying to make $1.01 in this business, right? And then, of course, we're also at the Friendo. We got like 50 shirts left at the Friendo Market.
Oh, yeah, we already have sizes sold out.
FriendoMarket.com. We've sold out of all sort of the normal human sizes.
Medium, large, extra large.
Now we've got Haas sizes. And then how many smalls do we have
I
left?
think we have a lot of smalls.
Okay, and a lot of smalls.
Yeah.
So if y'all are like hardcore on a diet, we might be good for you. If you guys are like, screw that, Wendy's every day, then we're probably good for you too. Anyways, FriendoMarket.com. We got a bunch of the Slaya, 50 more Slaya shirts.
And while sizes are selling out now, that does not preclude a restock down the line, maybe for the holidays. Just keep that in mind. If we don't have your size now, stay tuned. They could be returning.
Yeah, man. When's Black Friday? Day after Thanksgiving? November?
Yeah.
A couple months from now?
Yeah.
All right, maybe. We'll see.
We'll see.
How that works. And then I've got the shirt design locked in for our Chicago one.
Oh, did we decide no words?
No
or-
words.
It's good choice.
Enough good input, both from you and from the community. It's got the logo on it, but no StarCast, no All In. It's actually, this put me over the top. Karen, the good friendo Karen, pointed me in the direction of Chaos's Chicago shirt.
Oh.
Just says Chaos in a Chicago way. No words on it.
Yep. See?
I'm not going to listen to you, but I'll listen to Okada and Gato for sure.
But that's fine. I still feel vindicated.
That's good. That's good. And then, yeah, that's kind of it for plugs. Do we have anything coming up? I don't think we have anything coming up. We're going to be filming some more Friendo Road this week.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Yeah, expect that next week. I think that's it.
Yeah. We're going to talk about SmackDown in a second. Let's
take some
do
super
some
chats.
of these super chats first.
Yeah,
We'll
OG
get right into SmackDown.
Sneakerhead, $5. Seth and Charlotte are being overpushed.
Really?
Seth is taking Finn's moments, and now
That's true.
Charlotte is taking Becky's.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a storyline.
I kind of agree with the first one. The second one, I think Becky's picking up that title at SummerSlam.
Maybe.
Trey Saunders, $5. Enjoying the show on my day off. Just got back from the gym. Chest day, deadlifts. Now about to blaze a F-ton and do some food prep. Adulting is real. That's interesting. So he's smoking the weed, but then
doing
he's
some
also doing some food prep.
That's good. Tom Fox, $5. Wish I could participate more in chat today, but I have to leave for work. Thanks for keeping me entertained on my drive there, though. Keep it real.
Over here in the Discord, we've got Going in Raw, Wolfpack Cleaner Arma. Are they adding in Charlotte because A, they want to make up for crapping all over Charlotte's legacy? I don't think they did that. Or B, they're not all in on Becky, or C, want Becky to overcome the odds. I kind of feel like it gives Becky, we'll talk about it a little bit more during the show, but I kind of feel like it gives,
get to it.
I feel like it gives Becky, well, it's okay. This is the first part of the show.
I know.
Engagement.
Exactly.
It gives Becky something to do.
Exactly.
Storyline-wise.
Joe Cunningham, £6, 50 pence.
50 pence, yeah.
Anyone order a baked potato?
You missed Tom Fox here.
No, I read that already. You weren't paying attention.
Anybody order a baked potato?
Jonathan, $2. YouTube subs or Subway subs, power rank subs. Where would a nuclear sub be in the power rankings?
Well, it's power. Power is like, that's the nuclear power.
So that'd be number one.
Probably number one, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Because subs are, you said a nuclear sub, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's number one then.
It's going to be number one.
And then everything else pales in comparison.
Yeah.
Austin Luft, $2.79 Canadian. About to be out the door for work. Hey, guys.
Hey,
Austin.
guys.
Hello, Austin.
Hello, Austin.
Matthew Cox, $3. Take these $2, roll them up, and do some blow. Whoa. No, man. Just, never forget. Len Bias. Trey Saunders, $2. My foot in your ass, yay or nay?
What is that a reference to?
Some people might like that. I don't know.
I don't know either. Iconic Bud Ryan, $5. Please let Becky go Bruiser Brody and win the title at SummerSlam. I want Mela to look like Luger. Cop some parlays today.
There
Larson
you go.
Super Kicks is real.
That's right. That's what we've got to mention. We got a new
That's
super kicks up
That's a
from
good
yesterday.
grab. Yeah.
At youtube.com/friendoville.
Yeah, there's a picture of Steve on there for the icon. It's not just Steve anymore. Got to change that at some point, I guess.
Do I?
I said we. We.
Who?
I have the keys to the car now. I can do it too.
Okay. But there's 2 other people on the channel as well. So we're going to need something that incorporates all Friendos.
I'm just going to use the F from the Friendoville logo.
Okay, we could do that too. I like that one a lot. I think that's going to be a shirt soon.
All right.
Be the Mag, $3. Thoughts on the Ty and Cedric rape tweets? We're going to talk about that either on Matt Chat
or Friday
or tomorrow, depending on Friday, depending on how much news is out there. It seems to be a fad these days. Let's look up a bunch of stuff from people's past and then try to pin it on them. It's a bunch of this, if you ask me. Louis Mesa, $5. I don't think no one has mentioned it. I'm glad that the stupid Microsoft fonts, emojis, and letters flying off the screen have been MIA, and I love it.
Yes, from the iPhone promos. No more words.
Oh, no, you're right. John Paul Gill, £5. Cooking up a couple of ribeye steaks and watching Going In Raw live. Does it get more real? Missing baked potato and steamed broccoli.
Referencing Brock's order there.
Yeah.
Let's do one last super chat and get to SmackDown. Fiend Kicks, $2. Did you get the package? Making sure it wasn't lost.
I went 2 days ago. Oh, crap. I forgot. We have another one from Draft House Games over there. I'll get it in a bit. No, I'm going to go back today because I got to put a bunch more packages in the mail. So I will get there. Anyways, let's talk about SmackDown, Larson.
Yeah, let's finally get to our SmackDown
We're knee-deep in the show, so let's do this.
Yes, so the show kicked off with Renee Young in the ring. She brings out Becky Lynch. Interview time.
Big ovation. Becky Lynch is so great.
Yeah.
And she gave a great interview. Mm-hmm. It was so heartfelt. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Scripted, yay or nay? You think it's scripted?
Yeah, I think she's one of the people. Like her, Samoa Joe, I feel like can take scripted dialogue and make it sound.
Samoa Joe?
His promo last night actually sounded really scripted in comparison to a lot of his other stuff.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And there's a lot of his stuff, like the whole stuff he had with Heyman, that didn't sound scripted at all.
You think people script him? He has to have a heavy hand in it, right?
I would think so. But I think he's just such a great performer that he can overcome.
I think he can,
scripts.
But his scripts or his promos seem so
in tune with his sensibilities. Yeah, no, I agree.
Like there's such a wide gulf between some of the crap we hear and then him.
Yeah.
It's like it can't be the same people. Like you can't be.
Well, maybe
can't be the same people
maybe
writing.
Some writers are just really in tune with Samoa Joe and his character, and I would be very surprised if he didn't have a hand in it.
That's
somewhat.
one of the elements that I really wish WWE would open up a bit more about. And I know that, especially like with Vince around, that's never going to happen. That's one thing I loved about that old show, Breaking Ground, the docu show on
that was
NXT,
great.
Is that it opened up such a wonderful sort of door to stuff that we had not been exposed to before in the creative aspect of wrestling. And I really wish that they would be a bit more open in terms of who's working with these people.
Yes, what's the writing process like? We've seen a lot of the other processes backstage, but we haven't seen producers work with talent on going over scripts and writing scripts. And
are they ever going to get over this
kind of
notion of protecting the business to that degree?
They did with Breaking Ground. Breaking Ground pretty much opened nearly every door, save I think for the booking committee.
Yeah,
that's still kind of like the one area that remained closed off.
Yeah.
I feel
like Becky Lynch gave an interview basically sort of hitting the same point she's been hitting for a little while now. She says, I wasn't born a champion. I had to work and fight to become one. She says, I haven't been in a championship match since WrestleMania 33. I haven't been a champion since December of 2016.
Yeah.
I thought it was December.
Either a year and a half plus.
Yeah. And it was a really, really effective promo. Carmella's music hits. She comes out. She was really good.
She is great.
She is really, really good. She pulled the swerve. She starts off. It was very, very heartfelt.
Yeah, she said,
speech.
Stephanie last week announced Evolution and didn't really hit her the importance of it until later. And then once she kind of understood the gravity of the announcement, she more or less said that she was kind of ashamed of how she has been behaving because the women in WWE should be working to build everybody up as opposed, to tearing people down.
Mm-hmm.
And so she said to Becky, when we were in NXT, when I was told that I would never be a wrestler, you were one of the people that I would go to for advice. and you would give it to me, and I thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, her entire thing, and she would like start to crack a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The whatever work she's putting in, it shows.
Oh yeah,
and especially with her match with Charlotte, it showed like the storytelling. Like I'm not gonna say that all like the moves and stuff. The storytelling is actually, and you know, a lot of it's probably Charlotte, but man, it was a really good match in the main event. I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah.
And then her promo was fantastic. You know, a lot of you don't even think I deserve to be champion, et cetera, et cetera. It was really, really, really good.
Oh yeah, and the crowd started chanting.
Yeah,
you know,
and they, you know, basically,
what they said, you suck or something like that.
Yeah,
yeah.
You know, they essentially validated what she was saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or confirmed what she was saying. So she goes along. She extends her hand to Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, you know, at first refuses to shake it, and before she could really make a final decision on that, James Ellsworth's music hits and his entrance package plays. Becky starts to move. She says something to Carmella, starts to move towards the to the ropes. Carmella's behind her at that point. Bang, hits her with the title, starts beating the crap out of her. Charlotte runs in, who we haven't seen her in a little while because she was getting, I guess, the implants fixed. She comes running out, makes the save. Carmella runs off.
Yeah.
So pretty effective opening segment. I thought it was pretty good. Alex C here in the Discord says, "Do you think maybe Joe gets the script and then asks to rework the wording to fit his speaking style?" It wouldn't surprise me if there was something like that.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, his promo last night was good. It just felt like of all the promos I've seen him do in WWE, that one felt the most scripted.
Yeah, I could see that. After that, we had an Usos promo. Of course,
the dramatic lighting.
I don't know whose idea this was. It's a great one though.
Yeah,
because now when their promos are, if they're not in the ring, they're where
the bowels of the arena with some fog,
but it's not like a Wyatt type bowels of the arena.
No.
And they always walk into the light at the end.
Oh,
I think
great.
it's fantastic.
It's great.
It's really good, and they give a really good promo. Like one of them
references The Rock.
References The Rock, yeah. And it was good.
We're not. Wait, what did they exactly say? You know, we're not The Rock. This is the
PG-13 era,
or
something like that.
So welcome to the Uso Penitentiary.
Yeah, and then so they were going to fight Thebar later on for an opportunity to fight the New Day for an opportunity to fight Bludgeon Brothers
at SummerSlam for tag titles.
That's right.
Next, Paige is backstage. Carmella approaches. Paige, none too happy with Carmella's actions. And she says, you know, if you want to prove that you're a champion, be a fighting champion. So you're taking on Charlotte tonight. And if you lose, if Charlotte wins, she's going to be in the SmackDown Women's title match at SummerSlam. Triple threat match.
Yeah, Carmella, nasty little shot to Paige there, too. She said, I'm something you're never going to be again, champion. Oof. That's got to sting. After that, we had a fantastic match. This was so much fun. The Usos versus Thebar,
the New Day.
They got their own commentary table.
Commentary table, yeah.
And they would cut in every once in a while and go to them, and they were throwing pancakes. They were as big of a show.
Crowd, yeah.
I thought it really added to the match itself because it just got the crowd more into it. But the match itself was fantastic.
Yeah, especially the finish.
Yeah, the finish was really, really, really good. Take us through the finish.
Well, the finish saw Sheamus in the middle of the ring. The Usos ascend to opposite corners, going for the double splash.
Right.
Or which one? I think it was Jay jumps off the far turnbuckle. Cesaro runs in, European uppercut.
Yes. Yeah.
So that takes Jay, I think, out of the equation.
So Jimmy's still up there. He's perched up there. He
goes for the splash. Sheamus gets his knees up, rolls him up, gets the pin.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
Hard hitting, a lot of stuff on the outside.
And then, like, just through the finish, though, there was a couple, like, near falls there that just really well executed.
Yeah, there was an Uso splash. It almost got a pin there, too, yeah.
I miss Thebar.
I know.
I think they're fantastic. I don't know who's going to move on. They've been gone for a while. It'd be weird if they didn't move on. Maybe they'll do a wonk finish and it'll be a triple threat.
I wouldn't be surprised. However, it seems like there's going to be a lot of triple and threat and four-way matches.
I know, but I want to see Thebar move on, man. I miss them. I think they're fantastic.
It kind of feels like
I never want to see them break up.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's going to be. They have to be the favorite because they haven't taken on the Bludgeon Brothers yet.
Yeah. And I just and I'm not going to say it's on the Bludgeon Brothers. They don't do anything with them. I don't know that type of tag team kind of like Authors of Pain in a way. They just kind of seem dated at this point. And even like with WWE Creative, it's like they don't know what to do with them.
I know.
All they have is a couple of big dudes. And look, Luke Harper can wrestle probably as good as anybody in the company.
Yeah.
But they don't book him that way. And so when you have a team whose MO is just you come in and be destructive, it's obvious that creative doesn't know a whole lot to do with that.
I know there's not a whole lot of dimensions to their characters, and thus they're not terribly interesting.
Whereas you get the Usos, who at this point are faces, but for a long time with their feud with like the New Day, they're a heelish tweener kind, and you can do a lot with that.
Yeah,
you can do a lot with guys who can do a lot in the ring. Various styles.
Well, it's not just what they can do in the ring; it's what they can do on the mic. How they
and character
work. I think that's what really separates them. Because you said Luke Harper is great in the ring.
Yeah,
but
but they don't even book him all that great in the ring, though.
No, I know.
His matches aren't meant to showcase him.
No, I know. But then, none of his stuff he's probably ever been booked in has really been written to showcase whatever abilities he has as a performer in terms of doing the character stuff either.
Yeah,
except for maybe the little bit with Orton and Bray Wyatt. Where he was involved in all that. That could have been interesting. Still should have inserted him in that match.
Oh, I know.
The storytelling possibilities there alone would have been interesting.
Yep.
Instead of what we got.
Yeah, sad. Orton stuff was decent last night, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Next.
They did. I'm telling you, man, they did exactly. Maybe Road Dogg found out that, like, going in Raw is a thing.
That we have some good ideas sometimes.
Because of that stupid Aden English silent film idea I had that got to him. Because you said he needs to stop doing the RKO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after the match, there's a stare down between Thebar and New Day. New Day get into the ring. Thebar exits. Already building up anticipation for the match next week. Should be good.
I just the small interplay between, or the difference between Sheamus and Cesaro and how they approach their characters, their relationship, I just think it's like Sheamus is the one who's like all aggro and stuff, and Cesaro is the one who kind of enjoys that aspect of it but pulls him back.
Oh, there was actually a moment in their match last night where that happened, where Sheamus had a full head of steam, was trying to do something, and Cesaro pulled him back.
Yeah, it's great. It's absolutely great.
Next, a Charlotte interview where she was asked about her feelings of potentially being added to the SummerSlam main event. Of course, she says Becky is my best friend, but still, title opportunity, you got to take it.
Yeah, man, exactly. Next up, we had a Samoa Joe promo where what did they bill this as? His statement to AJ Styles or something like that?
Something along those lines,
dramatic.
Yeah. So he got a stool, put in the middle of the ring, sat on it.
Yeah.
But he's still in his ring gear.
Yeah, well, and he was sweaty immediately when he came out.
Yeah.
And I think they put a lot of foundation on him or whatever, what do they call it, pancake stuff?
Oh, yeah, because it started to run.
It started to run.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get distracted by that stuff sometimes.
No, I noticed it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to start watching on my phone so I don't notice it.
But anyways, this is Samoa Joe promo. It's great.
This was good. Number one, he really built up the title. He said, AJ, I respect the fact that you have
made WWE title the most prestigious in the company. Yeah.
Exactly. And then he said, I really respect the fact that you've foregone your fatherly duties. You come out here last week and talk about telling your daughter about evolution. No, I don't want to do any of that.
And then he said, you're barely home enough to give her a hug, much less, have a conversation with her.
Yeah.
And he says, yeah, I respect your dedication to being champion is admirable, but you've been a crap father, essentially.
Yeah. I think that's called a backhanded compliment. No, because he's complimenting him
he
in a backhanded way.
He started out being very complimentary, saying, AJ, I respect you, respect your passion, your dedication, all that. But that was all set up to insult him.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Because then he made it personal.
So
saying,
it wasn't a backhand, it was just rude.
You're a terrible father and husband is what he was saying.
He was just being rude.
And he said, well, after SummerSlam, he said, oh, your family is secretly rooting for me to win.
So they can see you.
So they can see you so you can come home.
Yeah.
And I'll be walking away from SummerSlam as WWE champion. Great stuff. Samoa Joe's pretty much the best.
He is the best. He's absolutely the best. This is going to be... So, I know we got so hyped for Shinsuke versus AJ, and there were good matches. We never got the one iconic match maybe that we felt we should have, resulting maybe in a Shinsuke win, or even just sort of an iconic match. Is the SummerSlam match between Joe AJ going to be on the level of AJ Cena from SummerSlam a couple years ago?
I hope so, especially
it has the potential for sure.
It does, especially since they're having the match on one of the major shows.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they let them do what they can do.
Yeah. History of good matches at SummerSlam, especially with AJ. I hope we do get sort of a spotlight match between these two.
I hope so.
I really want to see that.
Me too. Let's do some super chats. Tommy Cat, $2. Walter for H. Sorry, hashtag Walter for H. Hashtag Chop Mayhem.
I really think that that's a strong consideration. I have that.
Well,
the booking sheet.
You if you can raise the funds, by all
word,
means.
Word around the campfire is Adam Mayhem starting to get a bunch of bookings. The H Championship is immediately paying off for him, and I hope for us. But that's why we need to
Why did you just point that pen at you and not us?
Well, I was pointing at this one too. Goes that way.
I don't think you were.
I was doing this.
I think you were looking after number one there.
So that's good. But Walter, I think, would take us to the next level.
How do you pronounce this? Zionast?
Zionaste.
$5. Been watching Going in Raw since it debuted. I never catch you live. I'm a truck driver.
Oh, wow.
Thank you for keeping me awake on the road.
We got a big old convoy listening
Trucking
to Going in
through
Raw.
the night. Yes.
Convoy.
Barrett's
Barrett's boys. €2, 29 little euros. First super chat, Power Rank Wrestling Beards.
All
Who's
right.
got the
1,
best?
Braun Strowman. 2, Daniel Bryan. 3, Luke Harper. 4, Bray Wyatt. 5.
Oh, Tommaso Ciampa's
Oh, yeah,
gotta
Ciampa.
be-
Yeah, Ciampa.
He's got to be up there,
Yeah,
man.
sorry, Tommaso.
William Thomas, $5. Do you think any 205 Live stars will be bumped up to SmackDown or Raw? I personally would love to see TJP go for IC or US title at some point. If it's anybody, it's going to be like a Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, Cedric or Mustafa Ali.
He's so good in the ring. He's a bit bland on the mic, but he's so, like, it's funny because his character in ring is so great and
I
it's
know.
so, like, aggressive and out there.
I know, but
then
then-
when he gets on the mic, it's just kind of flat.
I know, it's kind of generic. That's why I say Mustafa Ali, because I think he's kind of done a better job or been given better material in terms of developing his character.
Speaking of flat, the real flat earther Jeffrey Nguyen says, "I wish I was drunk." We need to talk, Jeffrey, about that. Maybe some of our marijuana inclined friendos would talk to you about switching over vices. Linwood Ross, $5. Listened to the Raw review and heard about the live format. YouTube Connect sucks at work, but wanted to give you a big thanks, friendo.
Thanks, friendo.
Thank you.
James Robert, $5. Merch store idea. T-shirts with Going in Raw logo on the front pocket and comic book cover on the back.
I've thought about doing like a front, like here, and then something on the back.
Yeah, as have I.
So maybe that might be a thing.
Yeah.
The Universal Jones, $2. Shag, marry, and kill Okada, Naito, and Suzuki. Well, number one, you can never kill Suzuki. Nothing can kill him.
Exactly. You marry Suzuki.
Who would you shag?
Okada.
Yeah, especially now with all the balloons.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had sex when there's been balloons present, but that would be interesting.
All right.
Have you?
No.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of an innocent thing. Get a bunch of balloons going and then get your rocks off.
But then what if you in the
Get your
midst of doing stuff? What if like one of them pops and scares the heck out of
I'm
you?
not saying do it on balloons. I'm saying have them present in some manner.
All right, man.
Yeah, I don't even know how to answer that question.
Yeah, Richard Cranium, $5. How many more times are we gonna see the fake humble promo between Bliss and Carmella? They can't come up with something else to get her heat.
Yeah, but Carmella does it well.
Yeah, she does it great.
I think she does it better than Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss can't have she's incapable of having sincere face.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, no.
Her face just looks insincere. Stevie Bradley, the Enforcer, $2. Got my New Japan tickets for Long Beach Friendo meetup without Steven Larson. Yeah, I don't. So we didn't. I totally forgot. I kind of forgot about.
Yeah, I
them.
kind of did too.
So but there's like a lot of seats available.
Yeah, no, it was kind of surprising how.
The problem is it's so
plentiful
soon after All In, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
We'll
undecided.
We'll see.
Jose Alaguna, $5. Would you guys ever do a crossover with Matt and Pat from the Super Best Friends? I'd consider it. We got to meet them. We did an interview thing with them on stage at E3 years ago.
Yeah, that
they
was
were
cool.
super cool. They were super nice guys. King Drew, $5. Waiting for Samoa Joe to mention their time in TNA. I thought that was going to happen.
He said, AJ, I've known you for a very long time. That's as close as we're gonna get.
You think so?
Yes.
They're not gonna hit up the Global Wrestling
I would
Network
be very surprised
for some footage. They did it for Table for Three. They're
yeah,
not
no, they
for
might do it for a
SummerSlam?
network, like WWE network show, but I don't feel like they're gonna do it for Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, man.
I'd be very
we still have
surprised.
2 weeks left. Matthew
We
Cox,
do.
$2. Aden and Elias as a group after Rusev Day ends, which seems to be coming up.
Yes.
Travis Dayton, $2. Why doesn't Samoa Joe get a good pop? His music doesn't really lend.
And people just chant Joe.
Yeah, they do. They chant Joe. Plus, he's a bad guy.
He got a good pop when he signed that contract last week.
Yeah, man.
People love Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
they just don't pop for him. They just want to say Joe, Joe, Joe.
And they still chant Joe's going to kill you,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
The legit Haas, $2. If Becky loses at SummerSlam, I quit the WWE.
Wow.
I quit thee, sir.
Wow.
Alex Ramirez, $2. Carmella isn't good enough to have ruined Asuka. I still don't feel Asuka's ruined, although she wasn't on TV last night. So
No,
who knows?
she wasn't.
Maybe she is.
Mr. Hell King, $5. Hilton for H champion.
No.
Has it even been established that Hilton's a real person?
No, 80% of people think Hilton's not real.
How can we have a H champion who's not a real person, Steve?
You can't really.
Can't?
Yeah.
Was that belt just going to levitate there?
Yeah. Alex C. says, Super Chats really kill the flow of the show. Good point. Let's move on. Next up, we had a Jeff Hardy promo. Jeff Hardy came down.
Yeah.
And he talked about how the United States title is his conduit to the WWE Universe.
Yeah.
When he wears the title, he's wearing a bunch of people,
Yeah.
right?
Something like
Basically.
that.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's not wearing people. That's the connection he has. That's what brings him and WWE Universe together.
Right.
But the belt is not.
So when he wears the title,
It's
he
not
can
a
go,
proxy.
He can
it's
go
a conduit. It connects him to them.
So he can go to their house and get a free meal with that title?
No.
He can stay on their couch.
No, it's not legal tender. No,
Here's my title.
it's not a Naito with IC belt
Are
thing.
you a
no.
fan of WWE? May I be with you now?
No, it doesn't work that way.
No?
No,
I don't really.
I think he.
I
means,
get what he's saying then.
I think he. I don't think he means like that kind of connection, Steve.
No, I don't really get it, man. Anyways, Randy Orton came to the ring.
Yeah, well, he was walking to the ring, about to get in. Hardy was primed because before Orton came out, Hardy called him out, said he wanted to fight. Nakamura attacks Jeff Hardy from behind, goes for a Kinshasa. Randall Orton steps in front of him, gets between Nakamura and Hardy, and then gives Nakamura a nod.
Yeah.
Tells him to proceed. Nakamura does. Gives Hardy a Kinshasa. They have Orton and Nakamura have a moment where they're kind of like, we're not going to fight, but we might.
It's a cool dynamic.
It is. It's interesting.
They're doing two completely different things, both as heels, though.
Yeah.
I like it.
I do too. And then Randy starts hearing the voices in his head. He starts slamming the mat in anticipation of a potential RKO. Tries to get the crowd into it. Instead, he just pulls Hardy's legs out from under him and just stares at the crowd. No RKO.
No RKO for you.
No.
RK no.
So he hits the draping DDT off the ropes, hits the draping DDT off the apron onto the floor, and then puts Jeff Hardy on the announce table.
He gets
bashes his head
a wet
against it a couple
rag.
times. Yeah.
Starts scrubbing his face paint off.
And said, "I'm erasing you."
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
That's great.
It was good.
And then he took his Jeff Hardy necklace off.
Oh, he ripped his sleeves off too.
And Corey Graves said, he's stripping away his identity. Thank you, Captain Metaphor.
Yeah, no.
for telling us what we were seeing. You know what kind of takes me out of it a little bit? Is the camera is like super close on Orton and Hardy as he's scrubbing the face paint off,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It goes up a little bit, and you start to see some of the crowd, and there's a lady there, probably like early 40s, with a beer and her kids, and she's just got a really delighted look on her face. Because she's watching a show. It's not too violent.
And it's like what's going on is dramatic, but at the
She's
same
like-
time,
She's just like this.
it's dramatic.
She's like, I'm 3 beers in. I'm fairly lit right now.
I know.
This is great. As opposed to
Oh my
shock
gosh.
horror.
I know.
Took me out a little
I'm
bit.
a little worried for Nakamura in this whole thing as of right now, based on how it's played out, because Orton's getting the spotlight completely.
Yeah.
Granted, I know this is his heel turn, so the spotlight is deserved, but I kind of don't want Nakamura to get lost in the shuffle either.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it plays out. We still have 4 weeks, 3 weeks till SummerSlam. So see how it plays out.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is a really good segment.
Yeah, no, I thought it was really good, and they really played up the. They're really making a big deal out of the ear thing from a couple weeks back, so that's cool.
They
too.
found some good reaction shots from the crowd of people, like acting in shock and
but not
horror.
not holding a beer with a big smile on their face. Hey, look at this, ooh, scrubbing his face off. Oh, it's erasing him. It's great.
Next, Becky Lynch interview. She was asked, what do you think about Charlotte maybe being added to the SummerSlam main event? And she was like, I'm not too happy about it.
Yeah.
And then Renee Young said,
maybe not.
Said, so are you rooting against your best friend? And she just said, I never root against my best friend. And then walks away.
Not so much.
Maybe not.
Next up, we had
She just had that gif from Larry David gif.
Next up, Becky Lynch gave in. Oh, yeah. Next up was Lana versus Zelina Vega in her in-ring debut.
On SmackDown Live TV.
On SmackDown Live TV. Although she never had a match proper.
Yeah, she did. She had a match in NXT. She had one.
Against who?
I don't remember, but she had a match.
Did she?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. So, yeah, this match was kind of just what it was. Lana's still not that great of an in-ring worker.
Here, you know what? It's like when she's doing when she's on the offense,
Yeah.
I think she's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if like the whole selling and helping people deliver their own moves. I think that's what needs to work.
Yeah.
Because when it was time in the match for her to deliver her offense, it's like she had a pep in her step.
Yeah.
She was crisper.
Yeah.
Just everything else, it just kind of feels like it can be a little rough around the edges.
Not mistaken, Zelina Vega was on the indie circuit for a little while.
Mm-hmm. She wrestled in TNA for a while too.
Yeah, she kind of knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
Lana, I'm not sure. I take all your points there. So anyways, the finish saw Almas, who had obviously escorted Zelina Vega to the ring and was acting as her manager. What was it? Lana had Zelina Vega sort of down. Lana goes up to the top. Almas gets up there to try to distract her.
Yeah.
She sort of swats him away. She goes back up. He gets back up. Aden English comes running down to help out. The whole distraction of him pulling Almas off the apron there led to Lana being distracted. Zelina Vega came in, was a roll up, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, got the roll up win, and of course Aden English was like beside himself.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. She would have lost anyways.
Yeah.
Because that was going to be a distraction regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So
she was already distracted.
The guy is showing effort. He's putting in
his heart is in
effort.
the right place.
And he hasn't, to be honest, like here's the thing. His screw-ups haven't really even been screw-ups. Like what did he do during the Rusev match?
He took the turnbuckle cover off the turnbuckle in an attempt to help Rusev.
Yeah.
It didn't work out.
So Rusev lost. And then
after that, it was another situation where he was trying to do something.
It was the mixed tag match.
Yeah, where he got pushed into Lana, I think.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that happens. His heart was in the right place.
I mean, I guess all he really should do is like introduce them with a song and then just stay in the back and say, "All right, look, man, this isn't working. You do you.
Yeah.
See how it works without me around.
Yes.
All right. Because it ain't gonna go any better.
No.
He should just quit Rusev Day.
He should.
Like, what does he care anymore?
I
know
know
what he should do? Learn some cool. Like, where's almost is from Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Learn some cool like Mexican songs, and come out and sing for Almas or somebody else. Find somebody else. If Rusev doesn't appreciate him,
Cien Day.
Yeah, there you go. He needs to say adios to Rusev and hola to Cien Day.
Yeah.
Cien Dia de Cien.
Yeah, that's good.
Tired of this him not being appreciated, damn it.
I know. Again, his heart is in the right
Seems
place.
like such a good
and
guy.
he says that too later on. He says, "I'm out there. I'm just trying to do the right thing.
Just trying
to help you.
I'm just trying to help."
Anyways, Bludgeon Brothers had a promo. I didn't really pay attention to this. Next.
All I kept on thinking was, why did they dude up freaking Harper's teeth but not Rowan's?
I don't know.
Like they duded up his teeth, so it's like all crap and poopy on it. But then Rowan opens up his. He's like pearly whites.
I don't know, man.
I'm like, come on, man, stay in character.
Yeah, it's true.
Thematically stay together. You guys don't brush your teeth.
Yeah. Next, Aden English and Lana backstage. Aden English is saying, "I was out there. You know, the odds were against you. I was trying to help you. I was trying to do the right thing. My heart was in the right place.
Just doing my thing, man."
Rusev won't take my phone calls, won't answer my texts.
Oh, that's Charvel in Discord said it was Candice LeRae. She had a match with Vega before her and Almas Quantum leaped to the main roster.
Yeah. Yes.
That's right.
And then Rusev comes shouting.
Mm-hmm.
So Aden English bounces.
Yeah.
And then Rusev says, "You should have let me come out there. I could have helped you."
Well, what would he have done different? What would he have done different? Nothing.
I think the idea is maybe if he was out there, Almas wouldn't have gotten on the apron.
Yeah, okay. Well, he wasn't out there.
I know. Why wasn't he out there?
So he did less than
I
Aden English.
felt like there was a backstage segment missing where Lana told Rusev, "I want to win this on my own."
Oh, that could be. Yeah.
If they had done that,
right,
things might have been a little bit clearer.
Yeah.
There's just one.
Where was he?
One shot missing from the show.
Dicking around.
He's wearing a new shirt.
Yeah, what do you think?
He went
Heather Green?
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
With the distressed logo on it.
Oh, was the logo distressed? It looked like thick screen print to me.
Well, I mean, it was still distressed, but it was. I think it was both.
Oh, okay.
Because it wasn't like whole blocks of silk screening. It looked distressed. Maybe it was one of their acid washed ones.
Oh, that could be.
Like my Balor one. That's super comfy.
Yeah.
Anyways, next, Daniel Bryan comes down the ring, drops a promo.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he. I forget what he said, to be honest with you. It was okay. I feel like it was kind of just too scripted. Miz shows up on the Titantron, and he's on the set of Miz and Mrs., which I guess is just his house because it's a reality show.
No, that was like a room backstage, man.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Well, I know, but why would he
Did they have the same painting from the hallway that Lesnar and Heyman stood in front of? Because it was another seascape.
That could be. I don't know. I didn't know.
I want that picture to show up in every episode of WWE television from here on out.
Yeah.
A little Easter egg.
It's like behind Regal.
Yeah.
And like and it
Yeah.
Full Sail. That'd be good. So yeah, Daniel Bryan said a bunch of stuff.
And then the Miz showed up and says, "This is what you want, Daniel Bryan. You want tension, confrontation, but there's you always want this wall in front of us that you can't ever attack me. You say you want, but this is what you really want. You just want this. Talking.
Yeah.
And Miz said, after that segment on Talking Smack, Daniel Bryan, after 10 years on the Indies, he became a huge star because of that. Miz referenced the NXT, where Miz was Daniel Bryan's mentor, that very first season, I think, of NXT. So they did a good job of kind of spanning the entire breadth of their relationship.
Sure.
And then Daniel Bryan says, well, called him a coward. Said, let's fight at SummerSlam.
Yeah. Miz's face got really red.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the bit when he was saying, just let your contract expire. I thought it was really cool. That was good. Referencing things in real life. That's good. So, yeah, that was fine. That match, I guess, is confirmed now. I like the new SummerSlam graphics. Those look cool.
Oh, yeah.
They look fancy.
What do you think about the meme-inspired commercials for SummerSlam, though? Or do you just fast forward through those?
I didn't notice those.
Oh, yeah. All the commercials for SummerSlam are like memes.
Explain.
Well, they have like little quick shots, and they all have text over them.
I think I kind of noticed those. Are they dumb or good? Do you like them, yay or nay?
They seem instantly dated.
Okay, yeah. Well, what are you going to do in WWE?
I guess maybe they decide they're not going to have all the text flying at you during these iPhone promos, so we'll just keep it to the commercials.
There was a flipping corporate meeting about that.
Oh, I know.
Okay, marketing, a great idea.
On their phone, just going through Twitter during the meetings.
Yeah. Hey.
Light bulb goes off. Why don't we do a meme commercial?
Explain that. What's a meme? Well, I don't know. It's like a picture with words on it. Oh, yeah.
That people can use in various contexts and people think is always funny.
Yeah. How about a Larry David gif? And then our main event, we had Charlotte versus Carmella. I thought this was a fine match.
Yeah, I thought the story being told was pretty good, where Carmella was trying to do whatever she could to keep Charlotte incapacitated on the outside to win by countout.
Yeah.
She tried a couple times. Before that, Carmella had an interview at Gorilla Position. I always like when they do that.
Oh, me too, because Vince is right there probably.
I know. And
that's got to be terrifying. And she was really good in the interview.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's got to be
Well,
awkward.
it's that, but also like it's like when you're watching a basketball game and right before they come out for the second half, they always have the interview with the coach.
Yeah, right.
And they talk strategy. I love that.
And then Popovich hates when they do it in the third quarter.
Oh, he doesn't like interviews, period.
Yeah, even though when they do it like in the third quarter, it's never live.
I know, it's been taped before.
It's been taped before, like during,
Popovich doesn't like being inconvenienced.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I love Pop.
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's the best.
Did you hear DeMar DeRozan's coming around to be on the Spurs?
I mean,
because he sat down with Popovich.
I know.
You sit down with Popovich, he'll convince you of anything. He'll convince you you're golden even if you're trash. Oh, it's great. DeMar DeRozan's not trash.
No, he's actually really good.
He's really good.
He's really good.
Yeah. Anyways, San Antonio I think is lovely too. I haven't been there in a while, but I hear it's good.
Yeah. Yeah, the Riverwalk is quite nice.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I've
seen pictures.
Never been to San Antonio. I wouldn't mind going though.
Yeah, we should do that sometime.
All right.
Is there going to be like an NXT there at some point?
Well, there was. Rumble was there a couple years ago.
Should have gone.
Maybe next time.
Yeah. Anyways, good match. Charlotte tried to get the figure 8 on a couple times. Failed.
And then she did.
And then didn't Carmella try to get it on?
Yeah, and
Once?
that's when
That
Charlotte
was fun.
reversed it.
Yeah, that's right.
To a figure 8 of her own. Carmella taps. Excuse me. So it'll be a triple threat now at SummerSlam. Carmella versus Charlotte versus Becky Lynch. And, of course, they were showing Becky Lynch watch the match at a weird angle backstage.
And then, like, it started going in close on her.
Yep.
Somebody please do that now for me.
Yeah, I know.
I want to see that. Becky Lynch as Larry David. Anyways.
All in all, another entertaining episode of SmackDown Live TV.
It's such a breeze to watch.
It really is.
It's such a breeze.
At no point is it a chore.
No.
It seems like pretty much they have maybe it's because they have to, the economy of their storytelling has to be pretty tight. I don't feel like any segments just like overstay their welcome.
Hey, look, man, here's the thing, though. There was a spell there for a while when SmackDown was kind of a chore to watch.
Oh, that's when the A story was the Owens Shane thing.
And Raw felt like kind of a breeze. I'm not going to
Yeah.
say that. But it felt better. It was like the time was used really, really well.
Yeah.
So it kind of just depends, I don't know, on whatever creative
I'm telling you,
team
man, I
is.
feel like there was so much creative energy, too many. It's the old adage: too many cooks in the kitchen with that Shane, Kevin Owens, Daniel Bryan thing, and there was no direction to it.
Could be.
And there was so many loose ends and variables in play that they had no idea what they were going to do. And once they got that story out of the way, it like freed up all this creative energy to do good stuff. Mm-hmm. It just bogged down the whole show.
The awful one here in the YouTube chat says, I went to San Antonio when I went to the U.S. for WrestleMania 33, and the people there were the nicest people out of anywhere I went. Confirmed San Antonio, lovely area.
Let's do some questions, Steve.
All right.
Hippopotamus, $2. Why are shorts more expensive than pants?
Oh, man, Diddly Doodler said, basketball is trash until Seattle gets a team. Guess what? You didn't get my team. Sucker.
Do you still go to, what was that site called?
Sonic's Rising?
Yeah.
No, it's a wasteland.
You did for the longest time, though.
They try to take our team, man. They try to take my team. Can't have it.
Why are shorts more expensive than pants? Answer that question. I don't know if they are.
Depends on what.
Yeah.
Like, all things being equal, I don't think they are.
Yeah, I don't think they are either.
Like, if you look at one, like, you can find shorts that are more expensive than other pants.
But you can also find pants that are way more expensive than shorts.
Yeah, sure.
Like individual retailers. I'm not talking like if you go to Kmart and look at the pants versus going to Saks Fifth Avenue looking at shorts.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm saying if you go to Macy's, for example, or JCPenney,
Sure.
you'll find pants that are way more expensive than shorts, and you'll probably find shorts that are more expensive than some pants.
Is Mervyn's still a thing?
I don't think so.
Wow, what a bummer. I used to like walking in there and feeling the whoosh of their air conditioning. Oh, man.
Just keep the bugs out,
That's how I imagine walking into heaven is going to be like if I ever get there.
Just a blast of air.
And then clothes everywhere. Reasonably priced clothes everywhere.
Ryan Sanderson, £2. Baron Corbin for H champion. I think he already has like a full-time thing.
He's got a job with people.
He's already got a title of his own, Constable. Jushin Thunder Luger, $2. Shocked that the man under the paint was Jeff Hardy.
Shock. That's funny. Shock the system.
King Drew, $5. Best heel Orton, Legend Killer, Evolution, Viper, Current.
Oh, it's Legend Killer. He just started punting old people in the
and
face.
he pushed Mick Foley down the stairs.
You're never gonna beat that.
I wasn't really watching. That was kind of when I was getting out of wrestling.
I was on the periphery.
I will never forget that. I remember watching that. I just happened to watch that episode. And he kicked Mick Foley down the flight of stairs.
Yeah.
The real flat earther Jeffrey Nguyen, $5. I'll acknowledge the Earth is round when Adam Mayhem is no longer H champion.
Well, once we get Walter in, Mr. Sinister says, "Oh, here we go. The Diddly Doodler is on about Seattle. Seattle sucks. Their city council can't do anything productive, Steve. Remodeling an old arena that will rank 29th in attendance in the NBA won't bring a team to Seattle."
Wow.
Hey, Sonics, some of the best looking jerseys ever.
Oh,
though.
man, those old school Sonics jerseys are great.
So
I used to really like the
nice.
Sonics back when they had Gary Payton and Sean Kemp. That was a fun team.
Yeah, dude.
That was a really fun team.
What'd they call Sean Kemp? Like Man-Child or Beast-Child or Man-Beast? They called him something cool.
I'm sure he had a nickname, but none of those ring a bell.
Yeah. Didn't he have like a bunch of kids?
Yeah.
Like a ton of them with like a bunch of different moms. Spreading the seed around the world.
Alto, $5. Aden can totally nail Guadalajara by Vicente Fernandez. Vicente.
Six-sided sexagon. Could we see another tag team elimination chamber match with the SmackDown tag roster? I would love to see that. I'm not sure it's going to happen at SummerSlam, though, because I think the Elimination Chamber is like a beast to put together.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Could they wait, Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, do they ever have Yeah, they do.
What? They have non-Elimination Chamber matches?
Yeah, they do, right?
Yeah, majority of them are non-Elimination
okay,
Chamber.
All right.
Last year they had 2 of like the 8
So they
matches.
just lower it down, I
Yeah.
guess? Okay.
OG Sneaker Ahead, $5. Who do you think will win the Rumble? Who do you want to win it? Who does Triple H want to win it? Who does Stephanie want to win it? And who does Vince want to win it?
Me personally, I want Finn Balor to win the Rumble. That's I want him to win.
I want Adam Cole to win it.
Oh, okay. Well, you just cheated, man.
How is that cheating?
You got to take
Giving the right answer, is it cheating?
You got to take Adam Cole off the table because I want him to win everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Because could you imagine 60,000 people?
Adam Cole,
that's going to
baby.
be the best. Like, could you imagine his WrestleMania Adam Cole, baby?
Oh my gosh.
It's going to be thunder.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, when he ever gets called up to the main roster, we have to go to like all the major pay-per-views after his call-up because it's going to be the most magical experience ever.
So take Adam Cole out of the equation.
Fine.
Who next?
I guess Finn Balor.
Yeah, Finn Balor.
Yeah, Finn
It'd be
Balor.
Finn Balor.
But
then he said,
who do you think is going to win it?
who does Vince want to win it?
Roman.
Who's Triple H want to win it? Finn. Probably
Yeah,
Finn.
probably Finn.
Finn. Stephanie.
Maybe Finn.
Maybe Finn. Maybe.
Maybe.
Baron.
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan. There you go.
Oh, Baron, yeah.
Probably Baron.
Tommy. Oh, go ahead. Read a Patreon one.
Oh, okay. Mr. Sinister, do you guys think Roman would be over if they used the same tactics they used on the Usos?
Oh, like turning him heel?
Yeah, here's the thing. I kind of feel like Roman would be over if they did anything other than what they're doing now, which is kind of nothing. That's my problem with it, is that it's just been a whole lot of meandering with this creative in the worst possible way. So kind of anything, because I think the dude could be supremely over.
Oh, yeah. The ingredients are there. Tommy Cat, $5. Happy Hump Day. Enjoying my day off. High as Ricochet's ceiling. Hump Day, best weekday off, yay or nay. Post show is a yay. Public chat, nay.
Wow. Lots of strong opinions.
Hump Day, best weekday off, yay or nay. I'm going to say nay. I think if you can get Monday off.
Or Friday.
And you already have the weekends off, 3-day weekend.
Anything that gives you elongated weekends would be the best.
Yes.
Wayne Buck, do you think they just completely effed Becky Lynch with this Charlotte Flair BS?
No, I don't think so.
No, I think Becky's got to win this thing, right?
You think so?
SummerSlam?
It's all the storyline to build up to 4 horsemen versus 4 horsewomen.
Yeah.
Greeny 22 streams, $10. Hey, Stephen Larson, going to work soon. Just want to say thanks for the content. Helps me stay sane on my drive to and from work, which is an hour each way.
Whoa.
Joe's promo was fire.
Hey-oh.
Joe's best.
Psycho CB Koopa, having an incredibly hard time. Listen, guys, I'm having an incredibly hard time staying involved in wrestling these days. After attending Mania, something just broke inside and sapped the fun. What do you guys do to keep wrestling fresh for yourselves?
Just don't take it too seriously.
Well, we get paid to do this, so it kind of helps.
Well, I know.
No, I'm joking. I don't know. I know that I've always enjoyed wrestling, whether it was like crap or not.
Here's the thing: we always find stuff that makes us laugh.
Yeah,
and so we just don't take it too seriously.
Yeah, I still have a good time hanging out with you and talking about wrestling.
Yeah, I guess so.
So that's kind of maybe get a friend. Not that I don't think you have friends, but get like a wrestling friend who can share wrestling interests with you.
Yeah,
and then talk shit. I don't know.
Stacy Clemens, $5. Table for 3 with AJ, Joe, and Bobby. The Undisputed Era or 3-man band.
Well, okay, number one.
Undisputed Era.
We're going through a phase right now. I hope it'll last.
This isn't a phase, man. This
Any
is a way of life.
answer that includes Undisputed Era
That's
is
the
going to
correct
be
answer.
the correct answer.
This is the way of life, man.
Nemo wants to know, should the big pay-per-views always be held in the same town every year, like SummerSlam?
No, well, next year WrestleMania is going to be in the New York area, so SummerSlam is not going to be.
So WrestleMania should be like the Super Bowl. Cities should be vying for the next WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's what happens.
And that's what it's doing.
Yeah.
SummerSlam, well, they're trying to make that like the next WrestleMania, so maybe that's the same. No, yeah, I kind of feel like no, they should all just be sort of.
I think the residency, if you will, in Brooklyn, I don't know if it was just kind of happenstance or they just did it. I think they did for a year or two and they must have really enjoyed it. And it really helped that NXT Brooklyn was kind of their WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. I'd be shocked going forward if Brooklyn doesn't get at least one of the major 4 or 5 pay-per-views going forward every year.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think you got to keep the pay-per-views traveling so people in various parts of the country can actually go and not have to fly cross country to actually enjoy them. Texas Fight 210, $5 from San Antonio, born and raised. That deserves my first donation with my cities mentioned today. Best city ever. Also, screw Kawhi and Uncle Dennis lol. Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, what are you going to do, man? It's basketball.
I mean, DeMar DeRozan's a really good player.
Yeah, he is.
Austin Dodd, $5. Do you know why WB doesn't do opening show video packages for Raw and SmackDown? NXT still has one. SmackDown does one every now and again. I can't remember the last time Raw had a graphic open.
You mean with the music stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't they use like a Papa Roach song for like one episode and then didn't do it again?
Usually, nowadays, the episode just starts.
I'll tell you what, man. I watched 205 Live this morning. I really like their opening, this is war. I like that. And I wish that both SmackDown and Raw would continue to do that.
SmackDown does it sometimes.
Do they still?
I do it right now.
Yeah. I like that stuff.
Yeah.
NXT does it every week.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like it. I wish Raw should do it.
They have so much to fit into a 3-hour show. I mean, they can't.
Ranch Dressing Wrestling.
30 seconds for a video package.
I tell you what, with a name like Ranch Dressing Wrestling, you'll always get a question answered.
Yeah,
from me.
man.
Would y'all be okay with breaking up Thebar if it meant we got a Cesaro versus AJ Styles title feud? Here's the thing. You don't need to break them up because you can have AJ Styles team with somebody like Daniel Bryan against Thebar in some sort of thing.
Yeah.
That'd be so much fun.
Great idea.
Yeah. Taylor Solomon. Ooh, good question. If the Usos had never turned heel, where would they be right now? They'd be on my shit list. I hated them when they were faces.
They would be on Raw.
They'd be on main event.
Yeah. They'd be on Raw.
Yeah. No, they were still good.
Yeah, they're still good wrestlers. I don't know. I feel like the way they managed to not only change their character, but how they approach their in-ring work, just really, they really reinvented themselves, not just in terms of character, but like they pretty much do the same moves, but they do it with a whole different level of intensity.
They're one of the teams that I'd love to see in New Japan to see what else they could do. Because you're right, intensity. And New Japan is just intensity, They could do more stuff.
Oh, heck yes.
Pile drivers. Let's see here. So we got a lot of questions about this. We've sort of read some already, but Foxy the Foxy Fox said, hey, friendos, is Charlotte being inserted in the match at SummerSlam what's best for business for Becky? What would be the best possible outcome for this scenario?
I mean, I right now, I feel like the person least likely to win that match is Charlotte. It's going to go two ways. Becky overcomes the odds to win, or Carmella is going to capitalize their relationship, find a divide, put a wedge between them to use that so she can win the match.
Yeah.
I'd be really surprised if Charlotte won. Really surprised.
Yeah, me too. Unless Vince woke up and was like, I just put it back on Charlotte. Tommy Cat, will Matt Riddle be a SmackDown or Raw guy?
He feels like a SmackDown guy, but I feel like he's going to go to Raw.
CM Punk finds it inadmissible in court. I think it's too early to tell, to be honest with you.
He's not even NXT yet, so yeah.
Is Tama Tonga just a better version of Roman Reigns? I think this might be an unpopular opinion. I'm not huge on Tama Tonga's promo skills.
They're kind of hit or miss.
Yeah. Because I think the thing is, with everybody in New Japan, they just keep it real. They just do their thing. And I don't feel like sometimes he comes off like he just doesn't know what to say. And so he just meanders a bunch.
The way he carries himself in the ring is great.
Yeah, it is. No,
the way he moves.
I love Tama Tonga.
Dance to his theme. Everything's great. But I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially recently, when he's sort of in the background, you sort of don't notice it. But recently, when with the G1 stuff, I'm just like, are you gonna say something that matters? I don't know. I've seen some when the Bullet Club, when Kenny and Cody were doing their thing, and Tama Tonga was getting super frustrated and stuff. I really like that because it was ooh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
But now that he's shown us his whole card,
he's got a front and center too.
He's front and center. It's speak up a little bit, man. Anyways, we're gonna do
let's do trivia.
Wrestling trivia.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Which wrestler distinctively sported a tattoo of flames on his scalp?
Oh, Bam Bam Bigelow.
Correct.
Who is commonly referred to as the man who gravity forgot?
Oh, that's Neville. Oh, I miss Neville.
I miss Neville.
Now pay attention to this one. The sum total of the numbers in which wrestler's name add up to 6.
The sum total
of the numbers in which wrestler's name add up to 6.
I mean, it's like Rob Van Dam a possible answer? Because 420.
Well, I guess, but it's not. His name's not Rob Van Dam 420. It's like actually the wrestler's name.
Well, 6.
Well, I mean, that's the right answer, but that's not what they have. 1, 2, 3 kid here.
Oh, well, it's the same guy.
No, I know.
That works.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that. Tranquilo, man.
Oh, man. WrestleMania 30 was held in which city?
New Orleans.
Very good.
Which of the following is not a Nitro girl? Spice, Fire, is that right? Chiquita, or Rose?
Rose.
Yeah.
I don't remember Chiquita.
I don't either.
Before marrying Triple H, Stephanie McMahon enjoyed a relationship with which fellow wrestler?
Test.
Very good. I'm assuming they mean in kayfabe.
Kayfabe, yes. Who was known for wearing green and blue face paint in Texas's WCCW?
What color face paint?
Blue and green. Wait.
Should this be obvious?
No, it's not. It's question 5. Okay.
Do you think I know who this person is?
Well, you've heard the name, but you don't know the answer to this.
Oh, okay. Shit, I don't know, man. Who is it?
The Missing Link.
Really? That's interesting. I figured it'd be fur. Which organization won WCW's World Cup of Wrestling at Starrcade 95?
New Japan?
WCW.
No, I guess that makes sense. What is John Cena's full name?
Shit. Man, I looked this up fairly recently, but I do not remember. I'm just going to say John Cena.
Well, the answer here
What
is
it?
John Felix Another Cena Jr. However, on Wikipedia, it's John Felix Anthony Cena.
Oh, what culture? I love you so much. Nope, I'm sorry. The answer is John Felix Another Cena.
Another Cena Jr.
That's great.
Which seems kind of redundant. Another Cena Jr.
Wrestling at the Chase was the brainchild of which Missouri-based promoter?
Sam Muchnick.
Very good. Look at you. You should win trivia just for that.
Who is the only person to wrestle The Rock, Rocky Johnson, and High Chief Peter Maivia?
I am assuming Hogan.
Terry Funk.
Terry Funk wrestled, I guess, during the Attitude Era.
Yeah,
when he
probably
was
is
around,
Chainsaw Charlie, yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Another Cena Jr.
Another Cena. Why they love these weird Cena questions. Who is the narrator of WWE's docuseries Breaking Ground?
Oh, it was Keith David?
I just gave you a big hint. Who is the narrator? Breaking Ground.
Wasn't Keith David?
Human.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was William Shatner?
It was Shatner.
Why did I think it was Keith David?
Because he does a lot of WWE
yeah,
stuff.
I guess so. That's right. I got 4.
I got 3. You get 1 card. Well done.
Who do I get? Who is this?
Who?
I got
John Felix Moops Cena.
Big Evil.
Oh, man.
All right, that's show for today. Patrons, stick around for post-show.
Yeah, post-show Yay or Nay's coming up.
Yep.
Today, I got like a lava video lined up.
We got chat trivia.
We've got chat trivia. Oh! Aren't we
What?
supposed to do Tournament of Champions?
We got to promote it first. Next week.
Next week, Tournament
We
of
got to
Champions?
promote it. We got people to know it's actually happening. You're not gonna
Oh,
spring it on them.
man. I think we should just bring it on them.
Well, that's not fair to anybody else who's won.
Do it today, man. Anyways, Hilton, do we have any music that you can give to the people?